get set. Where them haters, where them hoes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
I don't think I'm going to go get the sample of this. I'm just going to describe what happened. I think I might put a link to the original video below. But DMC of Run DMC made a very good speech in a video where he's talking about the state of hip-hop and what has happened to hip-hop. I think the name of the video is called What the F Happened to Hip-Hop. Now, this is not a hip-hop channel. This is a martial arts channel. And I don't do hip-hop on this channel, even though I was a hip-hopper. You might as well say I still am, because every once in a blue moon, I'll do something for it. But I don't put my hip-hop on this channel because, sorry about worrying about what people think, but even though my hip-hop is not like that, it is not gangsta anything, that people are just going to assume the worst, and I don't need that right now. Since hip-hop ain't making me money like it used to, I'm not going to take that kind of a financial risk. It never even made enough for me to survive on long term, although hip-hop did buy some Pampers and diapers back in the day when the day job wasn't paying me enough. So thank you, hip-hop, for that. But the point is that he made is what I have issue with, because it's something that applies to hip-hop and both martial arts. See, basically, DMC doesn't like the state of current hip-hop. So what he wants is for a young hip-hopper to come up, say some positive words, set a positive trend, and lead the next generation of hip-hop towards positivity. And while that sounds great and wonderful, and it sounds noble, it sounds so noble that it even makes me want to go back into pushing hip-hop as my primary hobby instead of martial arts. What I have issue with is him expecting young men to do that. Now, it's not that young men can't do that. It's not even the fact that young men have not shown leadership in many different areas of activity. But it's not young men's job to show leadership. It's the job of older men to show leadership because they're older, they're wiser, they have a bigger perspective. Where a young man can come in and show leadership is if he's truly a gifted genius and he's got a paradigm shift. You know, if the elders are just really off in one wrong direction and he comes through and leads people into a different direction, that's different. Like Bruce Lee did with the martial arts. Bruce Lee came through, had a radical paradigm shift of openly cross-training instead of secretly cross-training. Fitness, valuing all arts instead of fragmenting off into your own little style. That was revolutionary. But guess what? Bruce Lee was not 18 or 19 years old when he did that. Bruce Lee was in his 20s and 30s when he did that. Bruce Lee was older than the person that, not Jam Master Jay, that DMC would want to take the reins of hip hop. See, that's the problem I have with some people who want you to do community work. I know because they pulled me into it when I was young. They want to try to get teens and 20-somethings to be role models. They want teens and 20-somethings to come give back to the community, to share what they have with the community. Now, there's nothing wrong with them doing that, but that's not who really needs to be doing it or should be doing it. Excuse me. That's the job of older guys. Older guys have something to share. Older guys have gotten to the point where they can give something back. An 18-year-old, 9 times out of 10, does not have anything to give back to the community. He's barely had a chance to leave the community himself. Unless he's lucky enough to be like Michael Jackson, famous and talent, which you know is not most 18-year-olds. What's he going to do? He may have left the community to go to college. He may have left the community to go to the military. That's not enough for him to come back and really repair anything. He needs at least 10 years. You know, I'll be generous and even say at least 7. But even at like 25 or 26 years old, he's still establishing himself. He should be concentrating on himself and building himself up. The men who are on the downswing of 35 and up, who are into their thing, they've got their reputations and their names established, those are the ones who should be giving back. Those are the ones who have some wisdom or perspective to share with young people. Now, I know why DMC said that, because he knows that young people have a hard time relating to somebody who's not young. Well, you know what? Young people need to be done like my elders did me. You tell them that they stupid. You tell them that they're young. You tell them they don't know what they're talking about. Shut up, boy. What? Base on them. That's right. Just like your elders did you. And some of you, your elders told you, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. They hurt your feelings. That's why you where you are today, because your elders hurt your feelings. That's why you're smart. That's why you're successful. That's why you avoid a lot of pitfalls that some of your other people that you came up with didn't avoid. And even some of you that got into the pitfalls, that's why you were able to pull yourself out, because your elders didn't care about your feelings. So stop expecting young people to lead the way. I don't think that children are the future. I don't. I hate that song now. I used to love The Greatest Love of All, but then I realized that's nothing but the spirit of pride, so it really shouldn't be sang in a church, because the greatest of love of all should not be in you. It should be with the Most High God. That should be where the greatest love of all is. And not only that, what do children know? Children don't know anything. You want me to prove that children are not the future, and you shouldn't be trusting them to lead you anywhere? You think children should lead? Let them borrow your car. Give them your credit card, since you think that they should lead so much. Let them run your company, since you think they should lead so much. Hire them. But you're not going to do that, are you? There's a reason why that's not allowed. It's a reason why in the United States we don't allow kids to drink alcohol or drive or join the military or be able to sign contracts. That's because we know they don't know any better. We know they don't know anything. Now, if I offend some young people with this video, I honestly don't care. Because somebody needs to tell you. You don't know anything. Heck, there's a lot of stuff I don't know. But you know what? I have hope for you, young person, if you know that you don't know. Because I know that there are things that I don't know. I know I don't know. And if you know that you don't know, there may be hope for you. We, black people in particular, but even some of us in the martial arts too, we need to stop expecting the youth to lead. It's not the youth's job to lead. It's the job of the mature, seasoned adults. Adults. Could it be a 21-year-old? That's older than 18 or 19. You shouldn't be letting an 18 or 19-year-old lead the way or lead the revolution. That's too much pressure to put on that young person. You do it if you want it to be done so bad. That's why I came up with Cecil Martial Arts. My way of doing things. My method. I finally codified what I wanted, and I started doing it. When I wanted music to be done a certain way in hip-hop, I did that. So, DMC, if you ever find this video, I know you don't know me. I don't care. You wrong, bruh. I love you. I love your music. You're one of the people I looked up to when I was learning the craft of hip-hop, and I still love what you do, even though I'm no longer active in hip-hop. But you're wrong on this one, my friend. It's not the young people's job to lead. It's our job. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people like to talk about the martial arts and hip-hop. And peace.